Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Zach Grubb,
And I'm Devin Grubb.
and today is the day.
It's the last one.
Last one of our character deep dives.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about 11. Jane Hopper.
Yep.
We're going to go through, obviously, from season 1 to season 5. I'm going to say I'm probably going to get loud, so just just be prepared.
I feel like the best way to go about this is to warn from the very beginning. We have some very strong opinions about where this character was taken in season 5.
Yeah.
And ultimately what they decided to do with her and what that means for the show overall.
My biggest is the reasoning behind where they decided to take this character is what bothers me the most.
It's one of those situations where the ending is significantly worse because the creators told us why they did what they did.
Yeah.
I would say if we never listened or never watched...
If we didn't watch that.
Yeah, if we never watched the documentary that they put out about the making of the last season, we might feel very differently.
Yeah, I feel like I still probably would not have liked the ending because I didn't really like it before we watched that.
No.
But
this made it really bad.
I wasn't angry about it. I was just like, yeah, I didn't like what happened, but that's my opinion. And then we watched the documentary and I have so much anger about it.
Yeah.
Knowing the journey that she takes from the very beginning.
And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that journey.
Yes.
Because when it comes right down to it, no matter how many characters you say are the main character of Stranger Things, you could argue for a lot of them.
There's a couple you could say.
You could argue Mike. You could really argue Hopper. Honestly. Some people argue Will. Some people, you can argue Joyce. The main character of Stranger Things is 11.
It's 11. It is 11.
It's 11. From the very beginning. Now, I think the strongest argument you could make is that it's a shared role between 11 and Mike. But even in that case, it makes the ending worse.
Yes.
So we're gonna start with season 1.
Season 1.
Start us off, hon.
Okay. Well, my first thing is that she's found in the woods. She's, this little kid. She's trying to survive. She's clearly escaped from somewhere, which we don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, you're given no context.
No
which
context.
Is great.
She doesn't speak, and she's hungry. And the first thing that she does is she finds a place that has food.
Yep. And a guy who is just absolutely ready to help her.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't even know she has powers until she stops the fan.
Yeah.
That's the first time we see her use her powers.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. That means that after she escaped, she did not start using her powers on people. That was not a priority for 11. As a little kid, she already understood that the things she could do should not be used against other people.
Yeah. Let's see.
I wrote that she cared about Benny right away because when they kill Benny, she is clearly upset about it.
Yeah. Well, he's the first person to show her any kind of kindness.
Yeah.
Before Mike, it's Benny.
Well, and before that, it's Henry until he doesn't.
Well, he's Peter.
Yeah, as Peter the Orderly until he doesn't.
And
she doesn't remember any of that.
No.
So to her,
I'm talking about after she's out of.
I mean, it's the first person. Period.
It's the first person to show her
genuine
kindness before she comes in contact and before she meets Mike.
And the guy ends up dead because he calls people to come help her.
Right.
Being a good person gets him killed.
And obviously she takes that
She recognizes
She
that.
recognizes that, but she's also, you know, I feel like she's also internalizing that a little bit, that, like, people who help me get hurt.
She says that to Mike later on.
Mm-hmm. Because she's clearly dealing with PTSD.
Yeah, she points, like, the finger gun at his chest and then his head.
Yep.
The first thing she says, the first sentence to come out of her mouth is, "Night, Mike."
Is that the first thing she
Yep.
says?
Yep.
Because she doesn't talk.
No.
Like, at all. Like, not much at all.
You don't know if she can.
Yeah. Mike's the first person she actually talks to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's so giddy about it. He's so happy.
Well, because he loves her from the beginning.
Yep.
I put little badass with the nose wipe when she's at the when she's at the
school.
No.
That's
she
after
does it.
she.
No, this is in season 1. This is when she
when
with
she
the
makes
Eggos at the grocery store.
No, she does it before that too. When she makes the bully pee himself.
That's what I'm talking. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yeah, she's
when
like,
she makes the bully pee, she does it, and she stares at him and then wipes her nose and walks away.
Yep.
And mind you, Millie Bobby Brown was probably like, what, 10 filming this? Like, that's just, it's so good.
She created this character. She really did.
Yes, she did. Okay. What do you, I'm already, like, I feel myself getting heated, and we're only on season 1. What do you have?
I wrote that, through Nancy's room and being in Nancy's room, 11 kind of sees what life is supposed to be like.
And could be like for her. Yeah.
In this time, like in this year, this time frame.
Yeah.
Like she sees a normal girl's room.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the whole time she's walking through it, it's like she's walking through Wonderland.
Yeah.
Like dumbfounded, but also I feel like there's this like kind of sense of realization that like this is what things are supposed to be like.
Yeah.
She's getting that from spending time with Mike.
It's her first, like, even though it's not normal, it's kind of like her first little taste of normalcy, which I feel like she doesn't get again until season 3.
Yeah.
Because season 2 is until not a normal situation. Yeah.
So I think I only have one more note on season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about how much more brutal 11 is in season 1.
Yeah.
But if I would say if you have anything else, let's get into that.
I mean, I put she coins the upside down.
She does.
She says that that's what it is. She even though she barely knows these people, she wants to protect them. And the first this is something that's important. I think the first besides what she's heard from, like, you know, Papa and everything, the first thought is put into her head by someone other than that she is a monster by Lucas. Yeah. Lucas is the first person outside of Hawkins' lab that says she's a monster. Yep. And even though they are friends throughout everything else, that thought still is something that she deals with through the entire series.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, actually, thinking back that, you know, yes, she and Lucas made up. And
but that's...
But the fact that affects her for essentially the rest of her time on this show, her life, more or less. I feel like that should really have been brought up at some point. Lucas and 11 needed to have another interaction. Yeah, where this comes into play.
Yeah, you know, that's one of her peers, one of her friends says that she is that. Yeah, and it sticks with her. And then the next thing I have is that brain melting Henry is showing.
Yeah, I wrote she pulls some Henry stuff here, popping people's brains. Yep. correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think she's ever that brutal again, because she straight up murders people.
No, no, she's not. She will do things that may cause harm, but she does not directly um like injure somebody.
Yeah.
But she does it like, yes, she not only does she like she melts the their brains or whatever and breaks necks and shit, but she breaks a kid's arm.
That kid was an
He
asshole.
was an asshole. No, like,
Yeah,
it
you're
was.
right.
I mean, the people whose brains she melts were not good people either.
It's interesting
But
that she
to see
never,
that she doesn't really do something like that.
like, let's take it back to what you were just saying earlier about her thinking she's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about season 1, it's actually kind of ridiculous that her whole "I'm a monster" thing never went back to that. She's never like, "Oh, I've killed people, like I've like murdered people." It's always just this vague notion of, "Oh, I'm a monster because I'm so powerful." And it's like, you guys, you wrote a season, the very first season of the show, where you had this little girl straight up kill people.
Yeah.
Is it like, I wonder, is it that they didn't want people to kind of focus on that? Did they want you to forget that they had 11 doing these things in the first season? Because it's never brought up.
It isn't brought up. I mean, maybe it's not so much like they want you to forget, but they don't want you that to be the focus because they don't want you to think of her that way.
But like, if they had shown her really grappling with that, I feel like it would have humanized her even more.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I feel like they did a lot after season 1 to get away from the grittiness of the show.
Yeah.
Kind of at the expense of the characters. A little bit. Not a lot. I really don't think it was too big of a deal early on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting to look back now and see just how brutal the show was in its first season.
Yeah. That's all I have. I don't have anything else for season 1.
Yeah, I mean, 11 was left to be an enigma throughout season 1, and we explore her in the future seasons, which is fine. I do think it's important that, we talk about that very last scene where Hopper leaves the Eggo for her, and, he looks back and it's gone, like someone took it, which is them kind of starting their relationship of, pseudo father-daughter. I don't know that 11 is ever told that Hopper is the person who sold her out at the school. That's a secret that I don't think ever comes back up.
It never comes back up. It never comes back up in any of the seasons.
And maybe that's coming back to what I was saying earlier about them kind of wanting you to forget some of the tougher points of season 1.
Because honestly, like, if that was something that would, I feel like with the relationship that they have going forward, I feel like that would like really weigh on Hopper.
It would, and I feel like the season 2 they deal with her being upset with him and her finding files about herself, and Hopper was hiding all these things from me. So he kind of comes clean about everything, but there's still that massive unspoken truth that, hey, I'm the reason Papa went after you, and you had to kill a Demogorgon.
Yeah. To
save the kids. Like, Hopper never deals with the fact that he put the kids in more danger.
No.
So, I'm gonna chalk all of that up to season 1, or season 2 kind of starting a blank slate, or trying to anyway.
Well, because they didn't know if they were gonna get another season, or if they were going to move forward. And we talked about this a little bit with in the Hopper episode, like,
we've talked about this in a bunch
about
of
being
episodes.
it being like an anthology series.
They didn't know they were going to come back to this story with these kids, so I think it's excusable.
Absolutely.
But it does say something to 11's character, I guess. So starting in season 2, Hop is teaching her how to person.
Yes, he's keeping her safe.
He's doing his best. He's teaching her survivalist skills, and they're working on math and writing.
Well, yeah, because he's trying to actually teach her things.
Yeah.
She's never been to school. So, he teaches her Morse code.
He teaches her Morse code, which is very important for their survival. After getting out of the Upside Down, she's just
all she wants is Mike.
She just wants to find Mike.
Now I'm to piggyback off of your what you said about her survival, him teaching her survival. She had some mad survival skills on her own before he took her in.
And we see her kill a squirrel.
She kills a squirrel for food. Like she gets herself some warm clothes. Like she, this is a 10, 11-year-old kid surviving in the winter in the woods.
Yeah.
On their own. And doing a halfway decent job.
She's getting by.
Yeah.
Like, she is getting by. It's not ideal, but she's making it work. We do see that she did find Mike. Yeah,
in the static.
Yep. Well, no, she found Mike at home.
Oh, at home, right after she gets out of the Upside Down, she goes back to his house when they're all being questioned.
Yep, and she sees them being questioned,
and she makes herself disappear.
She leaves to keep him safe.
Yeah.
Selfless. This little girl who has experienced nothing but dread and pain and horrible shit outside of her new friends is completely selfless.
Well, and I think the reason for that is because of how they were with her.
Yep.
How he was with her. He didn't treat her like she was, a monster or, this pariah. She was
or a toy
like Dustin did when he first met her. Like, no, like she was a scared little girl who needed help.
Yep. And he was a scared little boy who helped anyway. She and Hopper get into a big fight.
Yep. Well, she is rebelling because she wants to see Mike. She goes to the school.
Also because Hopper said he'd be home at 3:15 or something like that.
No, he was supposed. That's the 3:15 thing is Mike in season 1.
Oh, you're right.
No, he was supposed to be home, on Halloween.
Yes,
he was supposed to be home early on Halloween, and he wasn't. So that's like her first kind of big, like she's upset with him. He let her down. And then it's like the following day, she goes to the school.
Yep, goes to see Mike.
She goes to see Mike.
And she sees Max.
And she's not happy about that. So it gets a little spark of jealousy there.
Yep. knocks Max off
her skateboard. But she's seen. And when Hopper comes home, he's like he's not chill. And then she's not chill. And they have their big thing. You are like Papa.
You are like Papa.
You are like Papa.
Yeah, I'm like that psycho.
But, part of that, her whole tantrum, I wrote this down, is that, like, she doesn't really know how to show or control her emotions.
No.
Because she's never had to before. And her example is Hopper, who also does not know how to show or control his emotions. So, it's just like these two powder kegs just getting blasted off at the same time.
Autistic daughters and their neurodivergent dads. Yeah.
No, it's undiagnosed fathers and their neurodivergent daughters.
Okay.
Please.
There we go.
I have experience.
Oh. If your dad knew how to use a computer, you'd be in so much trouble.
I think he knows he's a little on the spectrum.
Anyway. So
love you, Dad.
They have their argument, and she literally can't control herself. She ends up blowing up the windows.
Yeah, she destroys the house a little bit.
locks Hopper out of her room.
Mm-hmm. And then she goes and leaves. La 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 la.
Well, hold on. Before that, she feels bad about the whole thing and she tries to clean up. And that's why she finds the documents about her actual mom.
I thought he made her clean up.
He does tell her to clean up, but like she does it.
She does it after, not while he's there though.
No.
She's like, I'm not gonna let you know that I'm cleaning up.
It's not being done begrudgingly. She looks around and sees everything. And she's like, okay.
But yeah, then she finds her files.
Yep, more secrets that Hopper was hiding from her.
Mm-hmm.
So she decides, screw it.
She finds her mom. She finds her mom. She uses the TV, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, does she use the TV or does she know from the documents where to find her mom?
I don't think so. I don't know that I don't know.
She might.
I don't know.
I think the first time she sees her mom in the upside down, like in the dark space, whatever. What do we call that again?
Mindscape.
The Mindscape. Well, the first time she sees her mom in the Mindscape, I think, is when she is sitting with her in the real world.
Oh, that's right.
And then she
tries to find her. Yeah, find her.
And after that, she gets to see like the scattered memories that her mom is stuck in.
Yeah.
She sees what
Brenner did to her mom. Yeah.
And that leads her to go looking for Callie. Because there was that other little girl in
the rainbow room.
Yeah, in the rainbow room.
Different rainbow room.
It was vastly different when they finally sat down with that. To the point where it almost feels like all of season 2 is a major retcon in terms of her past.
A little bit. Well, I mean, he does He mentions that it was like this was after Callie, like when she's talking to Peter the orderly in season 4, he does say something about this happening after Callie left. And when they're in the rainbow room together, when it's her and Callie, she's much young. The little girl is much younger than the girl, like where we see 11 in season 4. So like, I don't know that season 4 is necessarily retconning what happened in season 2. I think it's just a matter of like, oh, when Terry came in and tried to take 11.
It's definitely retconning what the rainbow room was. Because here's the thing. After season 5, we know that all of the mothers that had children were made to do so using the same, messed up experiment that, the Linda Hamilton was trying to recreate.
Mm-hmm.
And most of those kids, if not all of those kids, were older than 11. So that would mean that the original rainbow room being that small makes literally no sense. Because all of those kids who are older than her were already going through the processes and like learning how to use their powers and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like all of those other kids had to exist already. 2 through. You know what? Were there a couple kids younger than 11? Was there a 12 and 13? There might have been.
I don't know, but there were kids that were younger than her that were not necessarily like, I don't think their age necessarily had anything to do with it. But I feel there were some there were some kids that were definitely either the same age as her or younger than her in season 4. But I don't know, you seem to know everything.
Okay, jeez, what did I do? I only think the age had something to do with it because the oldest kid there was 2, and his little lackeys were like lower numbers, and they also seemed to be around his age. It seemed like every time a new kid was born, they would take the next number.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
That was what it seemed like was happening to me.
Okay.
So where are we going with this? Then there's the whole thing with Callie.
Yeah.
Which
we skipped this episode when we did our rewatch, so
yeah.
I can't really speak to it. Callie just kind of helps her.
It's self-discovery.
With her powers a little bit, yeah.
Helps her realize how strong she actually is.
Yeah.
That she can lift heavy things.
But also that Callie calls her weak for this, but I think it's a testament to how strong she is when they are trying to find the people that like
did stuff to them in the rooms.
did stuff to her mom, or if they like they're going after the people who hurt her mom.
Yeah.
Basically. And Callie essentially is trying to tell her to, kill this guy, and she refuses to. And she says it's because she's weak. And I don't think that that's it at all. She's not weak. It takes a lot more strength to walk away than to go through with something like that.
You could even argue that that's Hopper's influence. Because if you think of season 1, 11, she probably wouldn't have much qualm killing somebody.
Well, and then it goes back to that whole, like, am I a monster thing?
Yeah.
I feel like. And that has stuck with her, that feeling that she is a monster. And, like, if I kill this person, I am a monster. And I'm not any better than he is.
Yep.
And that's a big deal.
Also
she's
12? She's 12.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Like, that's a big deal.
It really is. Almost makes it a little silly that she keeps doubting that for so long. Given how many times she chooses not to be,
But I think it's like, yeah, she chooses not to be every time, but I feel like because she's constantly kind of like handed that choice.
Yeah.
And it would be easier for her to fall into the monster category. So I feel like that's why like she thinks of that all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, even in season 4 when she doesn't have her powers with Angela.
That's just a frustrated teenager.
I know, but I can see her, you know what I mean? She
don't know. I feel like that's a rite of passage for girls, bashing somebody's face in
with a roller skate. Yeah,
it's feminine rage, right?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else for season 2? Because they do have her coming back and reuniting with everyone.
Yeah. Just when she's not cool with Max when she finally meets her.
No. And Max is pretty bummed about it.
Yeah, because Max is like super excited to meet her, and she's just like,
"Oh hey."
She doesn't even say it; she just looks at her.
No, she just looks at her. Stay away from my mans.
Right.
Mike is mine, and she's like, "I like Lucas."
Yeah.
God, her and Mike reuniting, so good.
It's so good. She, and she closes the gate, and then she gets to go to the snowball.
But I think more importantly, she has that talk with Hopper in the car.
Yeah, I didn't write any notes on that. Did you?
I didn't either, but it's important because it's where the two of them kind of meet in the middle, and it's why they can start to have a healthy relationship moving forward as like a father and a daughter. It's something that's so important about seasons 2 and 3, and it's something that makes season 5 so much worse. That they walk this road together so many times, and there's always growth between the two of them. And I mean, let's not talk about season 5, but I'm gonna say that growth is more or less completely abandoned. From both characters, and it's incredibly disappointing. So let's talk about season 3.
Season 3 is, we've said it in like everybody's episode, it's every character's peak is season 3.
Yes. This is also when 11 starts speaking like a person.
This is her. This is the most normal that you get to see her.
It's the most normalcy she's ever experienced.
Hopper's letting her, like, because they had, you know, their conversation in the car in season 2. He's letting her kind of, you know, have as much of a normal life as she possibly can. Like, yes, they still have to keep things quiet and everything, but like, she's a real person who exists.
But like, she can leave the house.
She's allowed to leave the house. Yeah, to go to like Dustin's house.
Yeah.
Or like she's allowed to go places where there's going to be minimal people.
She's using her powers like they're a toy. She's acting like a kid.
Right, like a kid. Right. Like it when they go to, she's the one who sets all the toys at him or whatever. You know, she has her first female friend in Max, because she goes to Max and Max is kind of like, what?
And they're adorable.
I didn't think you liked me. But sure, let's go to the mall and talk about boys and we'll go shopping. And she, like, it's peak 80s.
It is.
Like that whole montage.
It's Robin Sparkles. Let's go to the mall.
It's so cute though. And she's spent so much time with Mike and only Mike or only the group and Hopper. So her going to the mall with Max, she's kind of finding out who she is as a person outside of them.
And Max is a really great friend for doing that with.
Yes.
Like, she comes across very much as like a very encouraging for her.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's so much happier with Max than she is when you see her with like Mike and because I mean Mike's confusing her with different things.
Dump your ass.
Right.
Yeah. And oh god, just hanging out at her house, how happy Hopper is to see his daughter hanging out with another girl. Just like being a kid. It's so good. This is the most growth for 11 happens in season 3.
Yeah.
Because like you said, she is starting to figure out who she is outside of all of the insanity she's had to deal with.
Yeah.
From the time she was a small child.
Not above breaking and entering.
Well, no.
I said she has no fear when it comes to fighting the Flash Flyer.
She like pushes her powers to the limit. She rips its head in half.
Yeah. Was she I said okay, so I guess she was saving Nancy. I don't know who said this, but I'm going to say it because it's important. She's her own person, capable of making her own decisions. Max said that. Okay.
When Mike was freaking out because he was worried about her.
Yeah. And that's important given what we will eventually talk about. She is her own person. She is a person.
It'll come back, we promise.
Yeah. I mean, I have stuff about her fight with the Mind Flayer and stuff.
This is the first season where she lost a fight because she lost a fight to Billy. More like pretty much.
Oh, this with the sauna test.
The sauna test.
Yeah. Well, she throws him through the wall, but he gets away.
Just like a stopgap. But she didn't win.
No, he gets away. Well, I mean, she collapses because she overexerts herself anytime she has to like fight this thing.
Yeah.
She does manage to injure it even while she's injured.
Yep.
And she gets the thing out of her leg by herself.
This small child's will is strong enough to rip a piece of this thing out of her own leg.
Yeah.
Crazy. But also, still, she's endured so much up to this point, and she's still empathetic towards Billy.
Mm-hmm.
She sees Billy as a kid and how he became the person he became, and she still she reaches out to him.
And that's how she ultimately gets, the Mind Flayer, I put Vecna, but whatever, same difference. That's how she ultimately gets him out of Billy. She
This
uses
is
his good memories.
it's the
and
first
it's
instance we have of
yes,
how to
of
fight
how to
Vecna.
fight Vecna. Good memories. Because, it gets brought up in season 5. Everybody thinks that it is the music that is saving Max or saved Max, but ultimately it's all of her good memories.
That's what Max says to
And
Lucas.
she says it to
you.
Lucas, like, she didn't, I it was you. I didn't need the song anymore. I knowing you were there was enough. Good memories is what helped bring her out.
Mhm.
And that's what 11 kind of discovers that first in this season by
They just didn't know
they
that's
just
what they
didn't
were
know
doing.
that that's what they were doing.
And good lord, he kicks the crap out of her before that.
Yeah.
11 takes a beating in
She
season
does
3.
take a beating in season 3 at the end of it.
And she keeps getting back up.
Mm-hmm. But she loses her powers.
She loses her powers. And she loses her dad.
Yeah. Which is a big deal.
It is. His letter to her is... it's not just heartbreaking. It'll destroy you.
Yeah. It's so good, though. It's so good.
But that leaves a pretty nasty scar. Not just her powers being gone, but not having Hopper.
Not having Hopper. I mean, yes, she does have Joyce.
I wanna kind of hone in on that for a second. The 11 we have at the beginning of season 4 is a shadow of herself for a number of reasons, but a big piece of that is that she does not have her dad anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He is that important to her, and the two of them have come so far in building a relationship together that none of their issues in season 5 should exist.
Yeah. Once they're reunited in season 4.
Yes.
I mean, she's season 3, I feel like, is the season where she talks the most normal.
Yeah.
She kind of doesn't go back to her like robotic speaking to like fully in season 4, but like when you just mentioned this, it made me think of it. Like, she does, but she does kind of talk weird in season 4.
She does.
At the beginning. Like, it's like everything that she built with him, everything was
kind of crumbling a little.
It had crumbled, and she's like, in season 2 and 3, she had Hopper and she had all of her friends and everything, and then it was all taken away from her, and now she has to start over in a new place, and it's like this is her figuring out how to survive again on her own.
And she's not doing a good job.
And she's not doing a great job.
She needs support.
And like Will is trying his hardest to help her, but Will doesn't know how to
Will
doesn't know how to. Will has his own issues that he's dealing with.
Will's got a cute girl touching his leg in class, and he's dealing with the fact that he's not into it.
Right, and he's like, what does that mean? Like, I should be, but I'm not.
Right.
My brother is, smoking pot with his friend every day. He's not super supportive. And my mom's constantly working, which is, normal. And then now she's going to go to Alaska. So it's like 11 and Will they're trying to survive in their own way without any kind of outside support.
They don't have a support system.
They don't.
I will stand by this. I've said it before. I think I said it in the Joyce episode. Them moving is the worst possible thing they could have done for all of those characters. I think that it is. I understand the direction of it in season 3, where she was talking about getting away and leaving Hawkins and all that. But, and like, even with the pain of losing Hopper, She's like, I have to escape. I have to leave. Taking her kids with her and doing that is the most selfish and irresponsible thing Joyce has ever done as a character. Because every one of her kids, Will, Jonathan, and 11, needed to be with their people.
Yeah.
And taking them away from their people is what leads to all three of them doing incredibly poorly.
Yeah.
I don't fully understand why they did it. I get where it comes together in season 4.
I think, and this just comes down to the time when season 4 was filmed. I think a lot of it has to do with COVID.
Yeah, but the decision to make that move was made in season 3.
Yes, but I don't know if they were necessarily supposed to be clear across the country from everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Like, that could have been because it was COVID and they couldn't have been, we can't have everybody together all the time.
Yeah.
That's just my thought. I could be completely wrong.
Hey, it's totally possible.
I mean, I feel like it's, because there was each story only had a handful of people and they only got together at the very end.
It's true. So maybe it was like a writing convenience for them because of COVID. It's possible. But as much as I love season 4, and I really love season 4, I kind of feel like the cracks were starting to show.
A little bit.
I just, I can't get past Joyce as 11's caretaker, seeing what that girl has been through, and knowing that the only person left who she's really truly connected to, the only two people left she's really truly connected to are Mike and Max.
Mm-hmm.
And taking her away from them is just...
And to be honest with you, Max needed 11 too.
Yeah. They all needed each other. None of them were doing well.
I said it in the Max episode, and I'll say it again because they go hand in hand. I truly believe that part of why Max kind of separated herself from all of them is because she didn't have her best friend.
If 11 was there, Vecna would have never been able to mess with Max.
No, and they were both grieving a loss, and they didn't have each other to help get the other one through it.
No, and I'm also going to say this is a miss in season 4. I think the biggest misses in season 4 were very early in the season. It makes no sense that she's not regularly writing letters to or talking with Max on the phone. Yeah. That makes no sense.
She's only she writes letters to Mike. That's all that's the only person she writes to is Mike. She writes letters to Mike, and so we can start getting into, and she lies to him about her friends. She doesn't have friends. She's getting bullied. She has forgotten friends don't lie.
Yep.
Which was such a big deal.
But then she brings it up on him.
Yeah. But these
are teenagers.
They are teenagers.
These are teenagers.
It's true.
Maybe that amongst all the gripes we have is probably a weaker one because they are a bunch of teenagers being teenagers.
I was just putting it out.
I'm with you.
I feel so bad for her during the diorama scene.
Yes.
Bullies are bullies. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be shitty. Angela was a new low.
I'm not gonna lie. The whole "I'm gonna make fun of your dead dad" thing.
That's a bad person.
It is, but it's also like peak 80s movie bully.
I
don't think those people existed in real life.
I don't know. I've never. I hope not.
I was not a popular kid.
Neither was I.
I had my fair share of bullies growing up. I don't think any of them were dark enough to make fun of a dead parent.
It's so. I mean, the antagonists that our characters came across in season 4 were pretty intense. Her and Jason are really messed up people.
Jason, you can see, like, Jason was a douchebag, but you can kind of see his descent
You
into...
can watch how he slowly spirals into madness.
It's one of the things that I think makes him a very good villain. It makes that actor great.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it, like, he's this clean-cut person when you first meet him, and then, like, your final meeting with him where he finds Max and Lucas in the attic, his hair is, like, doesn't look like it's washed, super disheveled, he's got, like, horrific bags under his eyes, and, like, he has
He would have
gone
been a
down.
prime Vecna victim at that point.
Yeah. If Vecna wasn't so set on
killing Max.
on getting Max.
Max.
She doesn't stand so back to 11. She doesn't stand up for herself, which is not how she would have been in prior seasons.
Yeah. She also tries to use her powers in broad daylight, knowing that they don't work. Like, girl, I get that you're angry, but, like, what was the game plan there?
Right. They're like, you're being relentlessly bullied.
We've talked about this in the Mike and the Will episodes and the Jonathan episode. The California crew in season 4 for the first half of the season was written very poorly.
Mm-hmm.
None of them quite act right, and unfortunately that carries through to 11 as well. At least until she goes with Owens. From that point on, I feel like we're watching the character we've been watching.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have notes about her with Owens. I just wanted to talk about the face bashing.
Yeah. So I actually wrote about this a little bit.
I did too.
I think as 11, she was way too passive before she actually hit Angela with a skate. That entire thing with them skating around her and, like...
Well, that's what I said. She doesn't stand up for herself.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, that's not something that she would normally have done. And then, she gives Angela the well-deserved face bashing, but it almost looks like she blacked out while she was doing it. Like, she didn't realize what she did until after the fact.
Yeah.
And then I have that she feels isolated and like she's the bad guy for doing that.
Yeah.
Because Mike makes her feel like she's the bad guy for doing it.
He does. Yeah.
And I said this in Mike's episode, and I'm going to say it again because it's something that pissed me off. Like, it's only okay for her to do something to someone else if she uses her powers and if it's to help him.
Yeah.
Like, she used her powers and made somebody piss their pants to help him.
Yep.
She broke someone's arm by using her powers to help him. He did it like, okay, I'm going to talk to the DJs to make them stop. No, you get your ass on the rink and you stop it. Nobody stopped it. She got pissed off and this is what she did.
But again, this is a California crew not acting like themselves.
Right, it's
like,
just
seasons 1, 2, 3. Mike would not have gone to the DJ to get him to stop playing.
He would have gone out there.
Maybe he would have been like, "Will, go to the DJ. I'm going to get 11."
He would have gone to go and do something. And I hate the way he acts after this. Like, you are not this high and mighty person.
I agree, but we went real hard on Mike for that in the Mike episode, so let's stick to 11.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just... It just makes me angry.
Yeah.
Because he has her on a pedestal as like this superhuman person.
Yeah.
For a little bit. She's just a human.
Yeah.
You know, and like the way that he acts towards her with this, it's like, oh, my superhero girlfriend just decided to be the villain. No, your superhero girlfriend is not a superhero. She is a human.
Yep.
Dealing with human emotions and human experiences. And she was being, relentlessly bullied by this person, and she had enough.
Like, Mike, did you forget when you found out Hopper was lying to you in season 2 and you tried to beat up an adult?
Right. Like, she's not above having human feelings and having human reactions.
No, in fact,
No, she's not.
She becomes more human and has more emotional real human emotional reactions as she grows through season 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like everything that led up to that was kind of like her acting out of character. We come to her going to jail essentially, and Owen's busting her out.
Owens busts her out.
And from that point on, I feel like we're on the road. We're moving in the right direction with 11 as a character.
Yeah.
I think I skipped a lot of the kind of her trudging through her memories and
yeah, I mean,
because it doesn't really speak to anything aside from showing us, one's origins.
Yeah. Basically, but she's thrown into them with no concept of what is happening, and
which was dumb,
right? And we talked about this in the Brenner Owens episode.
So this is where she starts questioning if she's a monster.
Yes.
And I actually wrote down, we talked about this a lot earlier. I wrote down, she doesn't ask that question. She hasn't asked that question since season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So her dealing with these feelings of, am I a monster? It's like, well, you're like shaking
sorry,
your pen
cool,
at me.
because I had no, my thought for that is, I think it's partially because of how Mike reacted to her hurting Angela.
It's Mike's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put it back in her head that she's not a good person. She's a monster. She hurt someone.
Yep.
And she has...
To speak nothing of the people she's murdered.
She's fought so hard not to do that.
Yeah.
To not have to do that. And she did. So now it's back in her mind that she's a monster.
But like, she also kind of tried to a couple days before.
Well, not only that,
she tried to throw her across the field with her powers. It didn't work, but she tried.
Papa has it in her head that she's a monster because he is making her believe that everything that happened was her fault.
Yes, he feels like
the massacre was her.
He has to build the trauma to get her powers back.
Right.
Until we actually get to her facing down 1. And she realizes, oh, I wasn't a monster. I was a hero from the beginning. And also that memories of her mom made her stronger.
Yes.
Not trauma.
Not trauma.
Like, Jesus, if Brenner just dropped her into that moment right out of the get-go, she would have remembered that memories of her mom made her stronger.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at one of my notes, but with her and and Peter/Henry. I said if he slowed his murder roll, maybe she would have gone with him.
Oh, she definitely would have. As a little kid, if he wasn't all about let's go on a killing spree, he could have convinced her to come along. He might have even slow rolled the whole take over the world together thing, and it could have worked.
Yeah.
Just very poor planning on the Vecna front. By Vecna,
by
not by
Vecna,
the writing.
but yeah, he's just, that was stupid of him.
Yeah, that was dumb. So, after she gets her memories back, after she gets her powers back, she straight up stands up to her abuser, showing more strength than 11 has ever shown before, outside of just her powers. Just like, this is agency. This is character agency. Like in season 3, when she was starting to find herself with Max, she is doing something completely and totally on her own.
She is, no pun intended, but she is taking her power back.
Yeah. And even after he drugs her and like drags her out, he's like his dying breaths trying to get her to trying to get her to acknowledge him as a father, and she's just like, later.
Yep, because she's fine.
I'm done with you.
She's finally moving on from that part of her life. She doesn't need it.
Yep. Growth. Character growth. Constantly consistent with 11, aside from a slight backslide at the beginning of season 4.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're getting there. She even still tries to appeal to Vecna's humanity when facing him.
She tries to appeal to what's left of the humanity in Henry.
Yep. Her first move, well, not her first move, but like her move is not to like, oh, I'm gonna kill this guy, but like, no, I'm gonna try to talk to, like, yes, she's been tied up and everything, but by the fines and everything, but
I feel like even if she
like, I'm gonna
I'm
try
gonna
to
try to
him.
talk to him. This is my last ditch effort to
like, dude,
to
Papa
do this.
is gone.
Right. You don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to be so angry. You don't have to be so hurt.
And you know, this is, I'm gonna say this might be part of her weakness, actually. Her weakness is that she's a good person. Because if she just straight up murked Vecna at the beginning of their fight, none of this would have happened. She could have.
She played around a little too much.
She played around. She had the opportunity.
She did. She had the upper hand.
Yeah.
Because he was not expecting her to be there.
Not at all.
Who would have known that she was going to piggyback from a pizza
oven. Pizza freezer. Like, she caught him off guard. She surprised the hell out of him, but instead of ending him, she like tossed him around.
She tossed him into the bleachers and then had a conversation with Max. Like, girl, have your reunion after you take care of the problem at hand. Then you can have your reunion.
Yeah, for real.
The last thing that I have for season 4 is a question.
Oh, we're not going to talk about her like getting her little speech from Mike and
I wasn't gonna
get more powerful.
I mean, we can. I mean, we talked about Mike's speech in Mike's episode.
Yeah, but I feel like it for her.
But yeah, you can talk about it for her. I don't have anything else. My last thing, I have one last note, and it's not about that. So you can go ahead.
So like, she finds power she didn't know she had through more positive reinforcement, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, any doubts she had about how Mike feels about her are put to rest, and that's when she's at her peak, really.
Yeah.
In terms of power. So more than anything, it's growth and positivity that make Elle stronger.
Yeah. Which it's interesting that is what makes her stronger, when everything that she has been taught previously is that it's the hurt and the pain that will make you more powerful.
Because it's being taught by people who only know hurt and pain.
Right.
Go on.
How did she bring Max back?
Yeah. You know what would have been really cool? If season 5 told us how that
happens? What?
You know what would have been really cool? If season 5 addressed the fact that 11 can bring people back from the dead.
She's literally...
That would have been pretty cool.
She brought her back from the dead. Max's heart stopped. 11 touched her, or whatever, and brought her back from the dead. She didn't bring her back, her mind back, whatever, but she brought her back from the dead. She was breathing.
Could she have brought Callie back from the dead?
Let's talk about season 5.
I don't want to.
I don't want to either, but we have to.
No, let's end the episode. We're good here. This is good. End here. Her thrilling reunion with Hopper. We should talk. Like,
the reunion with Hopper. Oh, the reunion with Hopper. I always knew. I believed, so I kept the door open 3 inches.
It's so important.
It's so important. It's so important.
Especially for what we're about to talk about.
Yeah.
Their relationship after this should be rock solid.
There should be no questioning each other, or, there should be no doubt in anything moving forward.
I'm going to say something, like, I'm going to approach this as a dad. After he made it back to her, we didn't really touch on this in the Hopper episode, so I'm going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
He got back to her, and he knew how desperate he was to get back to her, and he saw how desperate she was to see him alive.
Mm-hmm.
How could you ever think that removing yourself from that person's life would ever be
Would
the
be
right
the
call
right-
after the
right.
shit that you've been through together and the way you found each other again at the end of that season. It's terrible. It's terrible.
And
to think that character would even consider it.
From either fucking side.
Yeah.
From either side.
From either side.
From either side. Hopper, strapping a bomb to his chest in season 5, ready to go kamikaze, should not have happened. And she should not have done what she did.
The entire season was written in a bubble that forgot all of the growth from seasons 1 through 4. So let's start talking about season 5.
Talking about season 5, and then we'll go real into griping. So buckle up, buddies.
11 is training very hard. She's out for blood. That makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
She's also not
as confident as she was, because she did kind of lose, which is why she's training so hard.
Yes, she's definitely a little deflated, but like the whole point is to get to the point where she can move past it. The second she finds out Holly's in danger, she's business.
Yep. She immediately is just like, I'm going. Bye. I put back and forth with the robot talk.
Yeah, the performance here was really inconsistent, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, like she'll go from like talking normally to talking back to kind of like
season 1, season 2.
Not really season 1, but season 2.
Season 2.
Because she doesn't really talk in season 1.
Yeah, you're right. And I don't blame Millie Bobby Brown for that.
No.
She defined that character.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was the direction she was getting.
Yeah. To go off of, Hopper and her and 11's relationship, she's super bitchy with him.
She throws a can at him.
Like, super bitchy. Like, it's only been 18 months since you thought that this man, who is essentially your father, was dead. Why are you throwing shit at him?
You lived a year without him.
Right.
Thinking he was
Thinking
dead.
he was gone. Never coming back.
Like, I don't care how much you think he's, sheltering you at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. She's a huge bitch to him.
She's a bitch to him. I mean, they do have their little conversation with the whole stubborn punk ass thing,
but you know what? It's the same conversation they had in season 2.
Yeah, like it's not. It's just repeating and with different words.
We're treading the exact same ground we did
that we all like. We
years ago.
We already came out of this onto the other side for the better.
Right?
Why are we backsliding?
Because we don't know how to write these characters if they're happy.
Well,
we don't know how to write them in a healthy relationship.
No, we don't. 11. I wrote this at the top of from season 3, but it goes with this. She wasn't allowed to have any kind of happiness.
No.
Any hoozles. We get Callie back, and Callie likes to push her thoughts onto 11.
And 11 just accepts
it. And 11 just accepts it. Oh, yeah, I need to kill myself for this to stop. Sure, that makes all that. Yep, let's die.
Or at the very least, I have to disappear.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird to me, again, that she just accepts this outright. Like, and she even kind of shames Hopper for not wanting her to.
For like not being on her side with it.
It's so weird. It's so weird. Not enough time is spent on it. Flat out. Like, Mike talks to her about the life they could have, and she's like, "It's not. Like, well, it's not fantasy."
Before she even comes up, before she finds Callie, they have that conversation. Mike talks to her about somewhere with 3 waterfalls, and she's like on board for it.
Yeah,
like, yeah, let's do that. When this is all over, let's do that.
Yeah, we're gonna find a place for us.
Right. And then she finds Callie, and Callie's like, that's not real. You can't have that. And she's just like, okay.
But then, Mike talks to her about it again, and she's like, Mike, it's not real. And he makes a very good point. How many times have we turned what's not real into what's real?
Right.
Like, maybe we said this in the Mike episode. If we didn't, I'm sorry we didn't. Mike is the freaking GOAT through season 5.
We did talk about how good Mike was in season 5.
Okay.
He's one of the few characters that is good in season 5.
He's great. He is one of the only characters who's completely consistent in season 5. And like he is the kid that found 11 and took care of her, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mike is still that kid from season 1 again, his best self. And like 11, because of the way she's written, I guess, doesn't, I don't know where I'm going here. Like, it's insane to me that she doesn't listen to him.
Mm-hmm. When she would have previously.
Yeah, and this isn't an agency thing. This isn't an, listen to your man thing. Like, no, he's right. He's glaringly right. They keep finding ways to make it work.
The way that she just accepts everything that Callie says and poo-poos everything that Mike says after they have, it's just like, it's 11 has given up hope.
And that's not who who
that character is.
No.
That is not her at all. But that's what it seems like to me. Is that by accepting what Callie is saying and, you know, not listening to Mike, who is right, she's thrown in the towel. She's given up.
Yep. Her reaction to Max waking up is completely lame.
That's my next thing. It's kind of a half-hearted reunion. It should have been more urgent. It should have been bigger.
She saved her life.
That's why I said she's why Max is alive.
She brought Max back from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
11 isn't a little like, oh my god, I did that. Like,
right. Like it's literally just like this random like, oh, you're okay. Hug. Okay. What?
That's your best friend.
Right.
In a show about best friends.
Yeah. She was the only person who kind of like showed you who you could be without anyone else.
Well, no, we can't have people remembering that.
Right.
So, scenes. We get to her and Hop on top of the building.
Mm-hmm.
And she has her whole speech about how she's not Sarah and tries to imply that Hop was replacing Sarah with 11.
I literally put, she's not a replacement for Sarah, and she never was.
No, it's hurtful, it's unnecessary, it damages their dynamic, and I don't believe that these characters would talk to each other this way. Not for a second. And you know what? That's why they retreaded all of that ground from season 2, because they needed an excuse to do this.
Right.
And to have her talk to him like this.
Yeah.
It's bad. It is bad.
I did put that she has PTSD flashbacks in the lab because she's a human with feelings.
Sure. Yes, absolutely. That tracks.
I'm just saying.
I know you're getting there.
I'm trying to drill that.
You're
home.
You're building a point.
I'm trying to drill that home.
Because she is a human.
She is a human with feelings.
And then her whole trust me to make the right decision. So, worst case scenario, the right decision is suicide. Best case scenario, the right decision is leaving my friends and family and just running off into the world by myself. Mm-hmm. Those are the two best decisions.
Those are the best decisions. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
No, you know what the best decision would have been if Hopper took out Dr. K back at like a few episodes before.
Yep.
When he had the opportunity to.
Yep.
Couldn't do that though. Couldn't do that. Mm-mm.
Look, there's the whole point of like, oh, as long as you're alive, people will be coming for you. They only went after 11 in season 4 because Vecna was killing people. That's the only reason they started chasing her.
Yeah.
And they have so much proof that she didn't kill anybody and that this wasn't her.
Well, the reasoning is because it's not the Vecna thing anymore. Now it's Dr. K's experiment with the pregnant women.
Kill
So
Dr. K. It won't work.
that's right.
The experiments didn't work
They
over
didn't.
and over and over again.
Well, because they were using 8.
Who's to say it would have worked with 11?
Well, because she's got Henry's blood.
So?
Remember? So that she would have made more of them. But it doesn't matter. Dr. K should have been taken out. Dr. K was your other big bad besides Vecna. And you didn't take her. You let a bad guy win by letting your hero die.
Yep. I understand the argument of like, hey, there's always going to be another Dr. K. I get where you're going with that, but if you consistently keep killing them,
they'll eventually stop.
They're gonna stop. And like, we know they'll stop because look, season 4, the government was aware of her and they were leaving her alone until Vecna started killing people.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until Vecna started killing people that they started coming after 11.
Yes.
So like, they had to know she was out there. It just wasn't an issue. Honestly, the entire thing with Dr. K doing the experiments makes it doesn't jive with everything else that was happening before that.
Mm-mm.
Because I just brought up, if the government didn't really care that 11 was out there until people started being murdered, then when did Dr. K start doing these experiments? Because she would have wanted 11 before that.
Right.
Like, the lab was they already had all the notes on the lab. So was that like an ulterior motive? Because if so, the general didn't know about that, clearly.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's badly written. It is crap. It's crap. The direction they went here for 11 as a character and for the way they had to write to make it happen is bad. It's bad fiction. And her asking Mike to understand her choice to either kill herself or disappear is wild.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane that you would expect him to understand that choice.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing Mike the way you know Mike, the intimacy with which you know that man, expecting him to be okay is crazy. It is straight up kooky dukes.
She doesn't get to have a happy ending.
Nope.
And all of the people she loved, who loved her, get to watch her die.
And then live their lives without her.
Right. And that's not okay. Like, I'm in my tasty gripe section because I don't have anything else to say in terms of 11.
So there's not much else to say. We've talked in our season 5 episode about how, the whole argument of whether she lived or died is kind of null and void to me.
Mm-hmm.
They left way too many plot holes if she's dead. Also, way too many things were done very deliberately in front of us.
Yeah.
For it to make sense that she's dead. The fact that she was... The biggest thing is the fact that she was unaffected by the cannons.
The sound things.
That over and over again throughout the season literally completely incapacitated her.
Right. She couldn't move.
So, like, no matter what argument you want to make that, oh, she actually died at the end, you have no explanation for why that would not affect her.
Yeah.
Because there is no explanation, because it wasn't real.
And I'm only saying her dying because,
Oh, totally. That wasn't directed at you.
No, I'm just saying. Because it's ambiguous.
Yeah. But, like, actually, it's not if
but
you
it's
paid
not
attention.
If you paid attention. But they wanted it to be.
They wanted, and they did a bad job.
I'm taking their crumb.
Sure.
For the sake of
argument. I got you.
Like, why does Hopper have to lose another child? No, she wasn't a replacement for Sarah. She was his other kid.
Yep.
How is that okay? why does Joyce have to lose her daughter? Who was someone that she treated that way before she even really knew her.
From the very beginning.
From the very beginning, Joyce treated her like
her kid.
Her kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there with you the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't know this kid.
If things get too scary, squeeze my hand.
Right. And we'll get you out. Yep. Like, that... So...
I'm going to come back to Hopper for a second before you keep
come
going.
Back to Hopper. That's fine.
That man should be broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't care how much growth Hopper's been through. Dying should have been the last, right. That's the end of him.
We come to him a year and a half after everything has happened. And the only one who seems remotely affected by it is Mike.
Yep.
Meanwhile, and I hate to Hopper should be like essentially back to season 1 Hopper or worse.
And like, I feel like they were trying to get across that, like, oh no, he's grown, he's learned that he can't live like that, and he's imparting that on Mike. That's a great scene.
Absolutely.
But let's not pretend that Hopper is this emotionally evolved man, because he's not. He's grown a lot. But losing your second kid, essentially being forced to let her die.
Right.
To let her. I'm sorry. I don't believe that man that you've been writing for 5 seasons
would be okay.
Could emotionally recover from that. I don't believe it. At all.
And the reason I bring them up specifically is because of the documentary. And
we're getting into it.
This is why I get so heated when we talk about 11, because
this is how they justified in the writer's room.
In the writer's room, they justified 11 dying, being possibly dying,
but definitely going away.
Being because, well, she's a metaphor for growing up, and our characters can't grow if she's still there.
That was the wildest shit. I could not believe that I heard that come out of somebody's mouth.
Like, I mentioned those two because they were fully formed, emotionally developed adults who lost someone that they both cared about. They still had to grow up, so they had to lose their daughter to enable for them to grow? What?
Yeah, she's a metaphor for the end of childhood. No.
They're not children!
Look, she's not a metaphor for anything.
She's not a metaphor.
A person that you've been growing for 5 seasons.
There's so many moments, and we talked about pretty much all of them. I'm sure there's more.
Our notes were written around this.
Like there were so many moments that she had where she was shown to be a person, her own person. She grew into her own self. I can't form words right now because it makes me so mad. She's not a metaphor.
They devolved a character that they've been writing for 5 seasons and lowered her
10 years.
For 10 years and lowered her to being nothing more than a metaphor for the end of childhood.
Right.
That's the most ridiculous shit I have ever heard. That is the worst bit of character assassination that you could do to a character you've been writing for 10 years.
Like she was the main character, because I fully believe she's the main character, and they boiled her down to essentially a device for them moving on.
She was nothing more than a plot device
for everyone else.
Grow up.
Yep.
Everyone else
else got to grow up, but she didn't, because she was just a metaphor.
I mean, I'm sure their argument would be like, well, no, she gets to somewhere else. She shouldn't have to.
She shouldn't have to be without the people who she loved and that loved her, because she was a human.
I'm sorry. Did I have to lose the most important people in my life as a kid to grow up?
To
Because
grow up, right?
I'm in my 30s. I'm pretty grown up. Yeah, I've
Right.
lost some people along the way, but not like that.
Right. Like, it blew my mind when they said that.
But like it also makes all of the terrible writing in season 5.
Oh, it makes it make so
It
much
comes together.
sense.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, okay, you didn't know what to do. So you decided to reduce your main character to this.
Right. And I also, like, I felt bad for Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Because she sat with that character for so long, that was a part of her, and then she gets to season 5, and it's like, oh, my character has to die so that everyone else can move on and be happy.
Yep.
I don't get to move on and be happy, but everyone else can.
Or leave, regardless of death or leaving.
It doesn't matter. Everybody else gets to move on and be happy, right. And I don't.
The only way for me to move on and find happiness is to leave everyone I love.
Everyone I love. That my found family. Because, that's another big thing that this show is about. It's about found family and friendships. And she is losing all of that. So that everyone else can thrive.
Yep.
And that's not okay.
Yep. You know what especially irks me? The fact that Mike's ending is to become a writer.
Mm-hmm.
You know where Mike could be a writer? Anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Anywhere. Like, I'm sorry. Dustin could still go to college, because Dustin goes to college. Dustin can still go to college with her there. Will can still go to New York with her there. Max and Lucas can still be a couple with her there. The older teens can do their thing with her there. Joyce and Hopper can still get engaged and have a happy life together with her there. Everything that happens can still happen with her living. Or still in Hawkins.
That's actually a really great point. Like, if she needs to go away for everyone to grow up, that, like, all of their stories more, like, end, quote unquote, because we're just seeing, like, who they're going to be.
Right.
And 11 not being there doesn't affect a single one of them. Aside from, you could argue Mike, but, like, his is worse for not having her.
Right. Like,
it really doesn't change anything that she's not there.
No.
Oh, the government would still be after them.
Right. The only thing it changes is that Dr. K and her minions get to walk away scot-free because what they were after is not there anymore.
To say nothing of the fact that nobody faced any consequences for killing so many people in the military.
But, like, that's it.
That's it.
If she's a metaphor for growing up, maybe you should have had them have different experiences in their growing up, that it would have made a difference if she was there.
Oh, childhood ends, so 11 has to end because she is their childhood. No, she was a child.
She was a child in their lives when they were children.
She was not childhood. No. If anything, the ending of their scene putting their D&D books away, that was their childhood. Their childhood was the fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And 11 flat out was not a fantasy. She was real.
She was real.
She was a person.
She wasn't made up.
No. And, like, maybe you're sitting there listening to us and being like, oh, you're taking what they said too literally. It's just the way that they're framing it. I don't care.
You're getting awfully heated about a fictional character.
Don't we all? Don't we all? For real.
I get the most heated over fictional characters, so if you have a problem with that, we are not the people to listen to.
My guy, do you know how many people hated She-Hulk?
You just watched it.
I did, yeah. It was fine. Anyway. I could have lived with the ending before hearing that.
Yeah.
Before hearing that was the reason they chose to write her the way they did,
Yeah.
and they chose the ending they did. I could have sat with it and been okay.
It's like I said in the beginning, like when we first started talking about this, like I think I said it in the beginning of the episode. We're on an hour and a half, so I don't
It's the
remember.
last one.
But like I said it in the beginning. Did I like how it ended with her? No, but I accepted it.
Yeah.
And then we watched the documentary, and they said that shit.
I think your brother was dead on when he said that the documentary is like a psyop so that Netflix doesn't take any of the blame for season 5.
I mean,
I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
It's something because like you watch that documentary and it's like, wow. You sure you wanted this to come out?
Yeah, like why in God's name did you let anybody see this? The show got away from them.
Yeah.
They didn't know what to do at the end of they didn't know how to end their show. I don't know what changed between season 4 and 5, but the season 5 they wrote is not even slightly alluded to in season 4.
No.
There's no the end of season 4 was gearing up toward a larger story.
Yeah.
And the season 5 we got and the story we got for 11 and the ending we got for 11 make no sense with what we saw previously. It's like you know what it's like? It's like reading a fan fiction.
A little.
I think so. After all of this,
I mean, compared to all the other seasons, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I think they went so big with season 4, and I think
they promised bigger.
I think that was their initial plan, and 2 things happened. The writers and actors strike happened while they were writing season 5, and they wrote the play and put the play out.
The play was a mistake.
Both of those things happened in between, or all 3 of those things happened in between season 4 and season 5. And I think it got away from them. I feel like season 5 was initially supposed to be more connected to season 4. Because I remember when season 4 ended, like it was like a couple weeks after season 4 ended, and they start like things got posted on Twitter, and there was like a big whiteboard with like all these things and it was like all things that were connected to things that had happened in season 4.
Yeah.
So I think with all of those 3 things happening, I think they lost it.
They lost the plot.
It got away from them.
They really did.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Duffers don't know how to stop.
Yeah.
They don't know how to stop when they've got something going. Like, it's the reason so many pieces of Stranger Things media have been retconned and made no longer canon. Because they can't just sit down and do one thing and keep it consistent.
Yeah.
I after all of this, I don't know that I would watch another show by them. Because I feel like I would have one great season and then it would like the degradation would start.
Well, that show, what is it called? The Burrows?
I didn't bother.
That was on Netflix. It got canceled.
Yeah.
That was their follow-up show. And I hate to say it, but like I'm pretty sure because of how season 5 ended, that's probably why. Because people most likely didn't want to watch it.
And like it's hard to keep a show on Netflix. It is hard to keep a show on Netflix, even when it's popular.
Yeah.
So to just botch it so badly, it's insane. And I really do think a good chunk of what botched season 5 was the way they handled 11.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, and it's so disappointing.
Yep.
So I mean, this is supposed to be a character deep dive of 11, but I almost
I mean,
feel
it
like
was.
well, I almost feel like the character of 11 stops at season 4. Because in season 5, she doesn't feel like the same person.
No. She's not.
Yeah.
Signing
off from the Hawkins
no,
Hellfire.
Right,
No.
no.
Anyway.
But yeah, this is our last deep dive.
Character deep
dive. It's not our last episode. We don't want it to be our last episode. So like I said before, if there's something that you want us to talk about, leave us a little comment, or you can DM us on the Instagram.
Yeah, since most people seem to interact with the Instagram.
DM on Instagram. I am pretty active on there, so if you have something you want to talk about, shoot me a DM. I'll probably put up another little question box. Yeah. You can answer.
We want to talk about the rest of the books.
We're going to talk about the books. We are going to revisit Runaway Max. We do have an episode about it, but it's also shared with Rebel Robin. So
yeah, I think it's better if we revisit.
So I think we're gonna revisit. I'm gonna read it, and you'll have another 7th grade book report. But like, other than the books, we need some stuff to talk about. So if there's anything you want to talk about in relation to the show, let us know.
I'm sure they're gonna keep making Stranger Things content because it's a cash cow. But we'll figure it out. The play is still coming, right, to Netflix?
It's supposed to be. I don't know when.
I'll look that up after we're done.
I mean, we have our little. I don't know that a date's been announced.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, they really don't want to show us. They're really second guessing that, aren't they?
So we already did like a touch on that, but once that comes onto Netflix, then we'll watch it and we'll actually give you because we're genuinely curious about it. I've heard good things. Just that I have to look at it as a separate entity. But yeah, so that's all I got. You got anything else you want to add?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So probably our videos won't be as consistent as they have been, but we're not going to disappear again.
No, maybe we'll look into making some shorts content. That could be fun.
Okay. I do have the Stranger Things cookbook.
If
you wish to see my face.
You don't have to show your face for that. We just do shots of the cookbook. It's up to you. But we could do shorts of the cookbook. We could do shorts with some of the other things like the toys. We have lots of the toys and the like figurines and what else? We've got what, you're laughing.
Because the majority of the merchandise of Stranger Things that we have is Eddie.
It's true. But not all of it.
No, not all of it.
We have those figures that came with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Kind of wish I got all 4 of those.
Yeah, you want to see our stuff?
Yeah, we'll make shorts with our Stranger Things stuff. But yeah, there's still plenty to talk about. We'll just be a little more infrequent.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say probably in by next month we'll have a 7th grade book report for you.
Oh, definitely.
I'm reading a book right now that I want to finish before I read
Lucas on the Line.
No, before I go into Max. We don't have the Lucas book yet.
Oh, I'm gonna get you the Lucas book.
But we don't have it, so I can't read it.
Okay.
So
I guess for real we're gonna sign off.
For real, yeah, we can sign off now. All right, signing off for the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Devin Grubb.
I'm Zach Grubb.
Dusty Buns gets it done.